Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today my group and I will be presenting about our lab grouping report statics, which is equilibrium of forces. First of all, let me introduce all of our group members, which is Dana Vigneswaran, anak lelaki Sekhar, Harvin Rush, anak lelaki Selva Raju, and the next one is Kartik Reddy, anak lelaki Narayana Murthy, and me, Muhammad Izwan bin Sabtu, and the last one is Muhammad Aizat bin Shafi'i. And all of us are from Group 2, Section 11 and 12.
Hello, my name is Kartik Reddy. My model number is DD200068. Today I would like to explain about theory in equilibrium of forces. When forces act on a stabilized object, then the object is stated in to be equilibrium. An object can be acted on by several forces at the same time. A force is a vector quantity which implies that has both magnitude and direction related with it. So forces are not acting on an object in equilibrium. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will remain at rest and an object in motion will remain in motion. An object hang by two or more strings to measure the forces that are applied at points upon the object to support its weight. The state of object is analyzed in terms of the forces acting upon the object could be a point on a string upon which three forces were acting. If the object is at equilibrium, the net force acting upon the object is in 0 Newton. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Izwan bin Sabtu. Metric number DD200045 will be presenting about the results of our laboratory. We have one sample from the experimental result and one from calculator result. So for those, week 3 and week 1 are the constant value, while the week 2 are the changes value from 2.0 Newton to 2.5 Newton, but we just took only one sample to show you guys on how to calculating the angle 1, the angle 2, the ratio of the angle, and the ratio of the week 1 over week 2. So, to find the angle of the week 3, we just only use the triangle of forces, which is 180 minus the angle of the week 1 and the angle of the week 2. Next is the calculated result. Still the week 3 and the week 1 are the constant values, while the week 2 are the manipulating values without changing by plus 0.1 Newton until we get 2.5 Newton. So on the calculation, I will show you on how to calculate the angle of week 1, the angle of week 2, and how by using the triangle of forces and parallelogram diagram. So now we are on the calculation on how to get the angle of the week 1, the angle of the week 2, and the angle of the week 3. So we are now using two types of the formula, which is law of cosinus and the condition of equilibrium. We have been usually use the law of cosinus on how to get the angle. So the formula is c square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2 times ab cos theta. So the first one is we are looking the value of the angle 1. So just fill in the formula to get the angle 1. Just 2 square is equal to 2 square plus 2.5 square minus 2 times 2.5 cos theta 1. So we got the theta 1 is 51 degree. After that, we apply the formula, the condition of equilibrium to get the angle of the week 2. Just fill in the 2 cos 51 plus 2 cos theta 2 minus 2.5 is equal to 0. We just run off the number and we get the angle 2 is 52 degree. And the last one, we are using the triangle of forces to get the angle of the week 3, which is 180 minus 51 minus 52, and we get the 77 degree. As you can see on the second picture, we are drawing the parallelogram on how to get the direction of OC and the magnitude of OC. Thus, using, we are consider 1 Newton is equal to 1 cm. So that's the parallelogram. You can see O to A, O to B, and O to C. So that's all for the calculation.
A very warm welcome to my dear sir and madam, and I'm Harvinder son of Selvaraju here. My card metric number is 200051, and I'm gonna explain about the observation of our experiment. So for the experiment, weight 1 and weight 3 are the constant variables, while weight 2 is manipulating variable. As the weight of load on weight 2 is increases, it can be observed that the ring is moving toward up left region. There are some differences between the experimental result and calculated results. The system is stopped at different position every time it bounced. The system achieved different equilibrium position for each time the system is bounced with different weight too. So in our experiment, the pencil dot is marked on the attached paper carefully, and when marking the position of the chords on the paper, the equilibrium position may change if it is touched. So next, I'm gonna explain about the graph that obtained from our experiment. There are two graphs, which is graph for experimental results and the graph for calculated results. The graph is mainly for weight against the angle, which is y-axis is referred to weight and the x-axis is referred to angle. So graph for calculated result is constantly increases, while the graph for experimental result is slightly different from the graph that we've been calculated. Thank you.
Hello and good day everyone. I'm Dana Vikneswaran from Group 2, going to explain about the discussion that we obtained from the experiment. Firstly, from the graph we obtained that the experimental value shows a significant change in line when the weight increased, and when at certain angle the line started to decrease again. This is totally different compared to calculated result, where the line is increasing towards the end without decreasing. Secondly, from the parallelogram we obtain that the value of angle theta 2 is decreasing when the other angle increase. This caused the parallelogram diagram obtained to slightly incline to the left, and also the two forces acting at a point is represented in a way of magnitude and also direction. Lastly, there is not much difference in both of the result. This is due to many factors like wrong value assumption, parallax error, and also human error. The experimental results are based on a system provide. Therefore, they will provide much accurate result compared to the calculated results, because calculated results are based on a human reading. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Aizat bin Safi'i, DD 2055. I will talk about the question part for this experiment. So for A, explain the parallelogram method to find the resultant of two parallel forces. A force vector is a force arrow that shows both the scale and location of a force. The size of the vector that points towards the force is its length. When there are several force vectors in a single drawing, the vectors should be drawn on a suitable scale to indicate relative magnitudes. By using the parallelogram method, we can identify its magnitude by measuring the length of the resultant force in the drawing. And for B, what are the alternative methods that can be used to analyze the addition of two forces? So there are two methods. The first one is head to tail method, which is adding vectors involves drawing the first vector on a graph and then placing the tail of each subsequent vector at the head of the previous vector. And the second method is the trigonometry method, which is commonly calculated with the formula of SOHCAHTOA, which is SOH is sine, opposite and hypotenuse, cos, adjacent and hypotenuse, and tan, opposite and adjacent. These are the basic formula that can be used to calculate the addition of two forces. And I will explain about the conclusion of this experiment. The experiment is tested to investigate that the non-parallel forces in the same plane are in equilibrium. Parallelogram of forces in one of the methods that can be used to determine the resultant of two forces. This experiment is proven that the Newton's law of motion is fulfilled to obtain the resultant forces. In this experiment, there were a few inconsistencies and mistakes that caused the measured value to be somewhat incorrect. For example, the systematic errors and random errors. And there are a few tips to improving the experiment results and can be a guide to get a better results. For example, follow the procedure and check the measurement to be imprecise before doing the experiment and during the experiment. All methods mentioned will aid in reducing the amount of error in this experiment. Thank you for watching.